Hi everyone, my name is Colin Reilly. I'm an educational psychologist working at Young Epilepsy. The project I'm going to talk about is PACE Prime. So PACE stands for Physical Activity in Children with Epilepsy, and Prime denotes the fact that we'll be working with children attending primary schools. So the background to our project is that we have very limited data on the level of physical activity and nature of physical activity, but also sedentary behaviour that young children with epilepsy engage in. So we don't know, for example, what types of physical activity they engage in, and we don't know the level or intensity of that physical activity compared to children who don't have epilepsy. So what we're going to do is basically compare young people with epilepsy attending primary school with a control group of children who don't have epilepsy to see if levels of physical activity, types of physical activity, and sedentary behaviour, so sitting down, watching TV, screen time, varies between the two groups. We'll also explore the relationship between engagement in physical activity and quality of life in the young people with epilepsy. And this research is really important because we want young people with epilepsy to be able to engage in physical activity and included in sporting activities and other physical activities to the same level as children who don't have epilepsy. We want evidence to see if there's a difference, and if there is a difference, we can go forward and see how we might address the difference. To measure physical activity, we're going to use a number of different methods. The primary method is the use of accelerometers. So this is a device worn around the waist for physical activity during the day. So the young people with epilepsy and the control group will wear these devices. We'll also ask young people with epilepsy and their parents to fill in surveys on the nature of the physical activity they engage in, but also sedentary behaviour, so things like screen time. We'll also ask parents of the young people with epilepsy to complete a number of measures, including measures of mental health and quality of life. This will allow us to see how physical activity is related to these other factors. So, for example, we can see if children who engage in more physical activity have better quality of life and fewer mental health problems. So we don't have any results yet. The research is due to start in the autumn of 2025. The study will run for 18 months, and after that we will analyse the results and write up the results in academic papers, but also report or present the findings at conferences and also via Young Epilepsy. So we will write a report for young people and parents with epilepsy, so they can find out the results of the study and the implications for young people with epilepsy.